top and it's a lifestyle. Living young and restless, yeah, we quite wild. If I want it, I'ma get it talking right now. And I ain't got no regrets, it's my time now. Lights out when you see us talking moves. You don't know that's the topic. And if you talking juice, well then you know I got it. Then you know I got it.
Nobody got it like
they can try, but can't do it like Vinny. Yeah, no permission. I got it.
Chasing love in an empty bar. Pour a drink till I make it past. The midnight hour seems to come and go, but I know. Walk on up with a drink in hand, sipping mixers cause you can. And all the lights begin to switch off. You're chasing the light, holding on for life, feeling the high, chasing the light, chasing the night, chasing the night, chasing the night, holding on for holding on for life, feeding the high, chasing the night, chasing the night. Hotel rooms and city squares, champagne bottles, drum and snare. The sights and cities seem to fall away when you stay. Locked in love for a night or two, losing sleep just to get off you. Day to day you wanna stay out. You're chasing the night, holding on for life, feeling the high, chasing the night, chasing the night, chasing the night, chasing the night, holding on for life, feeling the high, chasing the night, holding on for life, feeling the high, chasing the night, chasing the night.
You call my bluff for the last time. The
This ain't a song, it's a battle cry. No life. I see the clue between the strobe lights. I'm haunted, black face, hey, follow me around, okay, black face, hey, follow me around, okay, used to want it bad, used to want it bad, but I can't taste it, I can't help you now, okay, follow me around, okay, black face, hey, follow me around, okay, follow me around, okay, black face, hey, follow me around, okay, got too much up on my plate, now I can't think. I said woke up, take a exit, now I'm feeling this is it. Want the money, want the rest. I do purse, not no cess. They say Don, it's why you sad. I said I just need the thing. Red tape, got too close, I hate the city. Black face, show you everything you need till you fornicate it bad. Someone said it, you sad. I used to want it bad. I know it's in my head, keep seeing you too many times, yeah. I know it's in my head, keep seeing you. I know it's in my head. Follow me around, okay, black face, hey, follow me around, okay, got too much up on my, follow me around, okay, black face, hey, follow me around, okay, got too much up on my, follow me around, okay, black face, hey, follow me around, okay, got too much up on my, follow me around, okay, black face, hey, follow me around, okay, got too much up on my, follow me around, okay, black face, hey, follow me around, okay, got too much up on my, follow me around, okay, black face, hey, follow me around, okay, got too much up on my.
No pulse and all alone. Time's not kind and it won't let go. No thoughts left in my head. My mind's not mine and it won't forget. But you bring me back from my darkness black as the soul in me and the heart I have for you. It bleeds for you, it beats again. Oh, you bring
Let's talk. Look, ayo, we rose from the dust to the sun. They claiming that we the one, never one-on-one. Teamwork till we done. Sent on a mission, we got ambition. Never scared, we won't run. Never one and done. Some sit back and some like the hunt. I pick my teammates up when they fall. And if I ball, we all ball.
Welcome to the stream, everybody. We've got a pretty spicy one on our hands tonight in a premiere. This is actually going to be Mythic's first match of the season. I think this is paiN's second. paiN the favorite in my opinion, and a few other critics here. I know a lot of you are pulling for Mythic here. I love Mythic too, but I think with Safi and this current roster on paiN, this is going to be a difficult one for Mythic. So don't go anywhere. We'll be back in just a couple minutes here.
This is the moment to go. This is the moment to shine. This is the moment to show. Show me the rocks you could climb. This is the moment to feel the path like you legally blind. I can promise this is ours, cause we built for this, kill for this. Pushing buttons, do it quick, push it off and do assist. Oh, y'all think we new to this? Pound for pound, break it down. Watch what we gon' do with this. Teamwork got us fluid with. Make y'all look like sewages. Gave it everything when we had nothing. Gave it everything when we had nothing. Holding on by a thread, couldn't grab nothing. Seems we moved on to a better place. Shine away from the shade. But now that we're here, ain't no going back.
That means I can't describe the way I vibe, the way I slide, and with the rhymes that make the dimes, I'll close their eyes and fantasize. I'm divine, calling their phone number. No, you know I love you. And you know me, I can't sleep without blazing beats on stages for their ones gracefully. And I got a smile that they hate to see. life gets stressful. Though life gets stressful, go and vibe out with whoever you next to.
Live until the morning, sleep until the noon.
Yeah.
You said that you want it, so I got it for
Got
you.
it.
Let's all get together and show them how we move. We move, we move.
3, 2,
Bringing
1,
summer to
drop.
you.
Oh, ready, let's go. 'Cause you know how we roll. Let's take it down the world and back again. Ready, let's go. 'Cause you know like I know. We'll take it round and round again.
Sitting on a bench, waiting for the time to pass, dreaming of what happens next. I see what I wanna be, questioning my destiny, only knowing what I see. I don't even realize I've already made a path, and I can change it anytime. I can't take it back. I know what I want, but it seems so damn far away. I know I sound crazy to the ones who said oh. I know I empower those who dream like me. I know I sound crazy to the ones who said oh. I know I empower those who dream like me. And you say you wanna be somebody. You got a voice, then you better use it. Tell yourself day after day it's time to prove it. No days off, keep the hustle moving. Wanna see you be what you want it to be, prove it. I know I sound crazy to the ones who said oh. I know I empower those who dream like me.
All right, boys, we are underway. Welcome back to the stream. Hamtaro 1H bringing you this ESEA Premier Season 38 action live. Mythic's first match of the season here up against paiN Gaming. Mythic going into this as the underdog. Let's see if they can start out strong here. Mythic making their way towards the B side, led by J-Dubs, but Neck is right there for the initial headshot, grabs a second. Jojo down, trade going out from Flom, but Safi right there to back up his teammate. And Big Uzera and Neck will finish off Flom and Lex. And that will be the initial pistol round going the way of paiN Gaming. As mentioned, Mythic the underdog going into this, but don't necessarily completely write them off here. Mythic could certainly have a chance, you know, if they can not let paiN get out to too much of an early lead here or on any map. If Mythic can perform at their highest, sharpest level, they certainly still have a chance to 2-1 this tonight. But as things sit, with paiN retaining Safi and the rest of this hardcore lineup here, I would say paiN still has the upper hand here. Mythic taking their time here in the second round. They are on a a force buy, essentially, with 5 Desert Eagles. Safi laying down some suppressive fire through that smoke grenade at short. That will tag JoJo down to half HP. Not ideal there for Josiah. Mythic looking to lean towards the B side. Maybe a 3-2 split coming here. There's the smoke going into B, but Neck and Big right there at Monster to hold things down. 2 kills each. Sluggy responding with a deagle kill himself, but Hards out. Once again, finishing off the round in paiN's favor. And that'll be paiN Gaming up 2-0 here on Overpass. Mythic, a bit of a rough economic scenario here once again. They're going to go with upgraded pistols. 3 Deagles, a Tech 9, Flom on that P250 now. But once again, this is going to be a bit of an uphill battle going up against a paiN team with currently 4 rifles in hand. Safi on the MP9. Safi actually making his way up through connector. A T-side connector already. Letting off some shots with that MP9. That'll be Lex down. Lex did have a chance to return fire there, but couldn't quite hit that dinky. For Hards out, rotating back to A to keep an eye on things. Good thing he did. JoJo is making his way all the way into A site there from long A. But ultimately, paiN sitting at a 2-man advantage here, about 1:03 on the clock. Safi, another kill here up in bathroom after rotating out of connector. Neck is holding down his default there near Monster. That's J-Dubs down. Only Flom remaining, making his way towards Monster as well. But the ESEA going to take him down from water. And paiN Gaming continuing this strong early lead here on Overpass. Mythic looking to get on the board. We're going to squeeze out a full buy here. 5 AKs, quite a bit of utility. Full head armor here on the T side. Mythic again running what appears to be to some extent their default. Spreading out, getting control of water and connector. Sending a couple players playground as well. But once again, Safi getting aggressive in connector. It's all paiN control in connector right now, and water as well. But JoJo looking to change things up, leading his teammates down through connector. Finds the first. Safi down, looking for a second. That's Big ESEA and water. Big tossing that smoke grenade back, but Sluggy firing through that. Gets himself a second kill here. Sluggy did get tagged down to 5 HP during that skirmish. Looks like him and JoJo likely going to fall back towards Flom here, group up at bathroom, maybe make their way towards the A bomb site. And it looks like Mythic will rotate towards A in bathroom. Or via bathroom, I should say. Short as well. Sluggy out in front with only 5 HP. Here comes the utility from Mythic, taking the A site. They've already got control of default, essentially. Lex is going to go for the C4 plant. He won't be met by any contest so far. Mythic still in the 2-man advantage here. Bomb has been planted. Neck is making his way up through the rotation via connector. Takes out JoJo at short. But paiN potentially saving here, it looks like. Yep, they will be. They're falling back to T-spawn here. They don't want to risk their 3 M4s that they have in hand. PKL giving us some firm head nods there. Mythic officially on the board there after the C4 detonates. If they can have some more rounds like that, this might not be such a paiN-sided affair here in the first half of Overpass. Mythic once again spreading out a bit. J-Dubs potentially about to make visual contact here near Monster. And unfortunately for J-Dubs, gets dinked up through the chain link fence there, down to 33 HP. He's going to have to fall back towards his teammates here over near Fountain. Flom falling back with his teammates and the C4 towards Monster area. It's going to be all 5 Mythic players now heading towards the B site. Not a full commit yet, but it looks like they're preparing to use some utility here. But not before Safi makes the peek from water. J-Dubs down via Safi's AWP. And I guess Mythic should have used some utility earlier. They could have potentially avoided that. Nice Molotov up to barrels here from Mythic. But they don't realize Big Uzera is still at barrels. They take down Safi and Neck. But Big Uzera still at barrels in that smoke grenade. Gets one, looking for a second. Flom there for the trade. PKL doing his part in the rotation as well. Gets the headshot onto Sluggy. Hardzow still up in heaven there, ultimately getting found by Lex. PKL still making his way in from sandbags. 1v1 situation. Flom still at 100 HP here. PKL at 73. Both players with rifles and armor. PKL making his way ever closer to the C4, but not checking his monster angle. Flom gonna make him pay for that. PKL seemed to be convinced that Flom was over there near graffiti. So he must have thought Flom had already rotated back there significantly before he made his way past sandbags, because he seemed extremely confident that he didn't need to check any of those monster angles. But alas, another solid round for Mythic. See if they can keep the momentum going. They're trying to make their way into the B site here, but having trouble even getting into water with all these smoke grenades popping off from paiN early. Some boost action here from Mythic, and JoJo coming up huge. Peeking over wall into the B site. That's neck down. J-Dubs, who helped out with the boost there, gets a nice headshot onto Big Uzera right by sandbags, but ultimately Hardzow with a nicely placed Molotov that J-Dubs is not going to be able to avoid in the midst of him firing those shots off. Still a one-man advantage for Mythic. Clock down to 50 seconds. Mythic gonna have to make a commit here soon. Likely gonna be towards the B site, where they ultimately have the C4 with them. Less than 30 seconds on the clock. They're gonna have to make their way towards B. Hardzow waiting for them right near Monster. Safi backing him up as well. They're able to take down 2. Lex there for the trade. Hardzow down. Safi still alive by default. Whips out the AWP. Takes out Lex. PKL there to back him up. Gonna get the finishing kill there onto JoJo, and paiN Gaming back to a 2-round lead here on map 1. And Mythic once again finding themselves in not the best economic scenario, but not the worst either. They'll get a half buyout here. Some upgraded pistols, 2 Tech 9s, 2 Desert Eagles, and a P250 in the hands of Flom. Mythic making their way towards Playground. paiN getting aggressive here, pushing through the B site. They're going to have this information now that Mythic is towards A or Fountain. Big ESEA and Neck is surely, excuse me, sharing that information now. Mythic with all 5 indeed, moving towards short and bathroom here. Led by Flom. Looks like another head stack going down here. This time it's short. Mythic not quite able to find a pick yet. Looking for that 1D into tight. PKL clearing long. About to peer into bathroom here from long side. PKL will take care of Lex. Hard's out, holding down things on the site. Finds 2, whips out his sidearm, looking for a 3rd, but Flom there for the trade. Safi ultimately there to trade back with AWP onto Flom, and PKL once again for the finishing blow. As JoJo falls at the end of the round, that'll be paiN Gaming increasing their lead to 3 rounds here. Still somewhat early in the map. See if Mythic can get back on track here going into round 8. Hard's out on the boost over Plywood. Headshot onto J-Dubs in water. Falls back. JoJo, though, getting a bit of redemption. Neck is falling in water after getting aggressive. Mythic looking for another. Hard's out down after he pushed near sandbags as well. 1-man advantage here for Mythic. Flom leading the way for Mythic towards the B side. Getting closer to Monster here. Sluggy right behind him. They're going to have to clear default here. Big ESEA still in default. They take him out. JoJo finds Safi in heaven as well. Not before Safi was able to take out Sluggy, but ultimately Lex, watching the flank angles there, takes out PKL in connector, and that'll be a 3rd round going the way of Mythic. Mythic spreading out here again, shaving some time off the clock. PKL thinking about that boost angle, makes the peek into water. He will see JoJo, wasn't able to see J-Dubs there. ESEA still holding things down from barrel area. Now moving up a little bit, makes the peek towards Monster Tunnel there. Gets tagged up all the way down to 8 HP. This is a good chance for Mythic to potentially take the B side here. Looks like they're thinking about connector there. Sluggy, though, making his way into B. Gets 1, looking for a 2nd. Narrowly missing his opportunity there. And Safi on the full wraparound flank from Fountain, I believe, able to take care of Sluggy there. But Mythic able to use that distraction to get the bomb down here in the A site. Four-on-four situation. paiN likely going to save at least 1 or 2 of their weapons here. Headshot from J-Dubs. Safi falling late after the plant here. Flom keeping an eye on Bank as well. That's Neck down. Maybe they can get Big ESEA as well and leave only PKL saving that AK. But Big ESEA peeking from party at the last second. Taking out Flom with that P250 heartbreaker there for Flom, but Mythic still with enough cash to fall back on here. Mythic again, spreading out quite a bit here on their default. This time, Lex taking stronger control of connector. Jojo and Sluggy already making their way down long. A bit further than usual here. They're going to fall off after PKL makes that peek into long. Virtually no damage going out yet on either side. J-Dub's nice pick there. Gets the Opper down. Neck will pick up Safi's off there and make quick use of it. Peeking towards water, grabs Lex at the exit of connector there. Brings us to a 4-on-4 situation, 48 seconds on the clock. Contact about to be made here near short outside of bathroom. Flom's got PKL walking up right on him. Flom now getting closer as well. That smoke has dissipated. Jojo potentially going to lead the way here. Checks the angle where PKL is. But PKL right there to fire back at both players. Gets to J-Dubs ultimately there for the trade and some redemption. 2-on-2 situation for Mythic. C4 will be planted here at default. Nekis and Big Uzera looking to retake. J-Dubs falling back quite deep into bathroom there. Sluggy falling back deep as well. They're making paiN go on the hunt for this one, which they will. Big Uzera taking out J-Dubs. It's only Sluggy coming up short now. He's got the angle for the plant. Takes out Big Uzera through the smoke. Can he do it again? Nekis doesn't have time to defuse anyway. He's going to have to fall back. And Sluggy, he's done it, firing off a few shots just for good measure to make sure that Neck wasn't still there. Neck will die in the C4 explosion as well. Huge round for Mythic as they tie things up at 5 apiece here on map 1. Nicely done from Sluggy. And that'll put some pressure on paiN here, who now find themselves in a dire economic situation. Not too dire. They did get some upgraded pistol. Here's 3 Desert Eagles, 2 P2000s here to work with on the CT side. Jojo clearing top of connector and entry to bathroom here. Actually, he's going to take short. Maybe see if he can lead his team towards the A side again. Change of plans, actually. Mythic grouping up here in connector. Hards out, taking just a hair of damage through plywood there. He's going to fall back towards default boxes. Makes the peek. Into connector exit there. Visually doesn't see anyone, but he knows that Mythic might still be in connector or close. PKL making his way on the flank here. Might be able to get Flom at point blank range, but Flom gonna check his angle. Nice crouch peek from Flom there. Let's headshot on the PKL. Mythic making their way into the A site now. Safi getting forced back into Bank. Sluggy making him pay. Lands the headshot with the AK-47. 2-man advantage for Mythic here and a chance to take the lead. Neck rotating into Bank. Hards out coming up near dumpster. Flom taking care of Neck quickly there in Bank with the AK-47. At least only Big Uzera and Hards out remaining with Desert Eagles. And it looks like they will indeed be forced to save those 50 caliber pistols unless they can somehow grab an AK for themselves at the last second here. Bomb will officially detonate, and Mythic has taken their first lead of the map, up 6-5 here as we go into round 12. paiN trying to squeeze out a buy for themselves. Looks like they will. 3 M4 is a silence M4 PKL on the AUG. Some flashes coming out early there on behalf of paiN towards Fountain. J-Dubs in his default positioning, watching the B push. Mythic potentially gonna try out bathrooms and short once again. They've had some good success here. And it seems like they've had better opportunities at taking the A site than B, but they might mix it up, rotating into connector. Or at least 2 members are of Mythic. Big ESEA and Safi in water there towards B. Mythic gonna have to be careful if they rotate all the way through to the bottom of connector. J-Dubs. Nice initial pick there as he found Big ESEA getting aggressive. But ultimately falling to the trade. Brings us to a 4-on-4 situation. Safi still holding that aggressive close angle in water here. And Mythic now making their way towards the B site. They could turn into food for Safi here. He hears the footsteps. He's letting them get out in front, keeping an eye on connector as well. Sluggy, big headshot coming in at the bottom of connector. Takes out Safi in water. Neck is right here in water behind default, making his way up into sight, but not able to get any kills there. C4 will get planted and only PKL remaining. Sluggy going big. Finds a third there with a headshot onto PKL. And a nice round from Sluggy. Able to really open up water and ultimately the B side there for Mythic. Mythic now out to a 2-round lead. Looking like a more refined Mythic at the moment, actually. paiN on another half buy here. PKL on the Scout, 3 Desert Eagles, and a CZ in the hands of Big ESEA. PKL looking to hold things down with that Scout from short. Gets tagged a little bit from that molly. They're going to be forced to fall back through bathrooms. paiN getting aggressive here at B. J-Dubs pulls down the initial pick once again, but also falls to the trade once again. This time it's Big ESEA with the CZ. Lex still keeping an eye here on all the B angles. He's now falling back up to the connector a little bit after hearing a lot of that spam come through. And Flom coming up big, 2K at A. Pass default, whips out his sidearm, P250 kill onto PKL there. Lex maintaining his position at connector exit, converts that into a headshot on Big ESEA, and it's only Hardzao remaining with a Desert Eagle now.
Bomb has been planted.
Bomb planted at B. Hardzao with the 1D. Excuse me, bombs planted at A. But still a nice little 1D from Hardzao there. Ultimately, he will have to save, but better to save an AK than a Deagle. So nice little come up there for Hardzao. Or no, I was... wait a second. Okay, that's what happened there. There was some kind of glitch with the X-ray where it was still showing an outline of the C4 on the B side, even though it was planted A. Hardzao still able to get another kill there post-plant with the round timer expiring. It looks like paiN gonna go ahead and call for a timeout here. I don't think they anticipating being down by 3 in the first half here of map 1. Certainly talking things over here in terms of defensive setup going in these last 2 rounds of the half. Mythic potentially rushing B. Looks like they're gonna slow down a bit here. They still got Sluggy, Jojo, and J-Dubs here near B. J-Dubs holding down those water and sandbag angles. Lex making his way through connector, about to make contact with Safi, and it's gonna be Safi coming out on top of that one with the AWP looking down from top of connector stairs, looking for more now. Mythic is looking to hold things down at B, but Jojo leading the way into B for Mythic. Nice little headshot there from Sluggy. He's going to watch the flank. All right, he's going back to get the bomb, actually. He's also going to hear Big Uzera's footsteps there, so he's playing things very cautiously. Big Uzera, I believe, hurt him as well. Big taking a few steps back. Jojo bringing it to a 3-on-3 scenario with another pick there in the B side, this time on PKL. All three members of paiN, excuse me, making their way through heaven here. Jojo on the initial pick, Sluggy backing him up. Big User was able to get a trade there with the Molotov. Both paiN members dropping into water here. Sluggy, the nice peek there on the Safi. It's only Big User remaining 1v1 scenario. Really nothing he could do. Put his defuse kit on the bomb for a moment there, but Sluggy with the quick headshot. And Mythic now up by 4 as we go into the final round of the first half here on map 1. Mythic again, letting some time get shaved off the clock here. Big Uzera trying to get some visuals there into water. Jojo and J-Dubs right on the other side of the wall here. Mythic gonna hear those footsteps. Jojo and Sluggy making their way through Monster. Nice couple of picks there. 2-man advantage for Mythic, making their way into the B side. Flom throwing his AWP unit makes Hards out down at default up to Savvy and PKL to make something happen here, but not able to get a pick before the bomb goes down. And Lex peeking out at default there with the boost. Finds a second kill his way. Nice play there from Lex. That'll be Mythic going into the second half up by 5. The underdog's doing it big here. We'll be back in just a couple minutes for the second half. Oh, I guess we'll be back in now for the second half. So definitely don't step away or tab away. paiN potentially sending 5 long here. Let's see how Mythic can respond to this defensively. Jojo might be in for some serious contact here. paiN actually making their way through bathroom now. Flom likely going to be the first to make contact here with the T side. paiN making their way towards bathroom exit. There's going to be a firefight. paiN making their way into sight. Nekis and Big Q0 opening up big with those Glocks. Taking down Jojo and Flom almost immediately. Nekis taking control of Bank as well. Lands another Glock headshot, this time onto Lex. And it's only J-Dubs and Sluggy left. Sluggy able to get one, but his teammate J-Dubs falling right before that, just a few feet from him, and PKL ultimately able to get the trade there just a couple seconds later. And that'll be paiN Gaming taking both pistol rounds, actually, as they slice this lead of Mythics to 4. We'll see if paiN is going to end up wowing us with their T side or not. Still going to be too early to tell how Mythic's defense will play out. They were able to get somewhat of a half buy in here. More of a force, actually, for Mythic. 3 Desert Eagles, a P2000, Jojo on the Mag 7. Contact being made here, and Connector Hards out wrapping Jojo with the initial kill with the Mag 7. Hards out was able to trade with that Mag 10, brings it to a 4-on-4 situation. Neck is taking just a bit of damage in that skirmish. paiN still flirting with short and top of connector here. Looking like they want to make their way towards the A side. Flom there at short with the P250. Takes out 2. Zera and PKL able to clear the A site there. They will get the bomb down. They're at a one-man disadvantage guarding the C4 here. Sluggy in connector. Looking for a pick, checking all of his angles. He's got Flom backing him up. Lex making his way up dumpster. This is Mythic's time to shine. J-Dubs with a nice shot there. A second Deagle kill from J-Dubs to bring the round to the Mythic side. I think I may have misspoke just a moment ago. I threw Flom's name in there as coming up bank, but he had actually gotten taken out quite a bit before that. But regardless, Mythic able to grab an 11th round for themselves, continuing to look pretty sharp here on Overpass, which is actually one of the more difficult maps in the pool, I would say. Especially against a seasoned and highly talented team like paiN. paiN, of course, potential EPL contenders. We'll see how the season plays out. Flom. Nice defensive pick there along with the AUG. That's Safi down. That's good news for Mythic, can tell you that much. Flom with a peek again. Takes out Hardzao. Falling back through bank now. He got tagged down to 10 HP, but Flom's already done more than enough work this round. Surely his teammates can bring this one home for him. Or can they? Jojo. Nice little headshot there. On to Neki. Is it long? Big Zera exiting bathroom. does get the trade onto JoJo. PKL moving up along as well with that Desert Eagle. That's Flom down. He was in the red HP, came out of bank there just a few seconds ago. PKL, Big Uzera making their way onto the A site. And it's all up to Big Uzera now. Lines up 2, gets the collat onto Sluggy and J-Dubs. And that is tragic for Mythic, but they still have a chance at this one. Lex in the 1v1 situation. And a nice play from Lex. Pops onto the dumpster, gets the visual, and ultimately finishes off Big Uzera trying to fall back to the long A there. And Lex bringing a 12th round to the Mythic side. And we'll see if paiN takes another timeout here. They might not, considering this isn't going to be a rifle round. Big Uzera will buy an AK-47, though. 3 Deagles being bought on the T side. P250 in the hands of Hards out. paiN making their way towards Fountain here, led by Big Uzera, but it's going to be Flom on defense, drawing first blood. Big down via AWP. JoJo there in bathrooms to lend some backup just in case paiN got too aggressive there, but Flom ultimately able to get back to safety here with that AWP in hand still. Flom also at full HP still after that exchange. JoJo about to make contact here at short, takes out one, looking for a second. That's neck is down. Safi though, getting dangerously close to JoJo here via bathroom at that Desert Eagle. PKL with that Eagle in bathroom as well. And too many angles, too many enemies for JoJo to take care of there. PKL gonna get the side angle from him in bathroom. Hards out, tagged down to 2 HP from JoJo there. So 1-man, nearly 2-man advantage for Mythic here. Let's see if they can hold off. About 40 seconds on the clock. paiN making their way towards the B site. Mythic preparing here defensively. paiN moving out into B. Hards out still somehow hanging on with red HP. Gets a deal kill on a J-Dubs. But Lex and Sluggy right there to rack up 3 kills. And that'll be Mythic increasing their lead to 7 rounds, despite that being essentially a half buy for paiN that round. paiN gonna be able to squeeze out a full buy with rifles here this round, except for Big Uzera. He was on the AK last round. Gonna have to settle for a Desert Eagle this round. paiN this time, the ones who are letting some time get shaved off the clock. Less than 50 seconds remaining here. All 5 paiN players, making their way towards A. They're definitely not plain players. These guys normally pack a pretty painful punch, but Mythic seems to have them figured out today. JoJo with the initial pick there at long. Flom having to fall back here into bank. Backed up by J-Dubs at truck, but Safi able to make quick work of J-Dubs with that AK headshot. C4 will get planted after quite a bit of contest from Mythic there, but ultimately it's going to be paiN with the 1-man advantage. Safi tagged down to 8 HP. Mythic trying to retake here in sight. Lex finding one, gets a second. Remaining 2 players of paiN near short here. Lex about to peek. He's got Sluggy backing him up as well. Flom throwing his AWP into the mix, getting the trade onto PKL, and that will be a clean defuse for Mythic after the skirmish there, and Mythic now up 14-6. What is happening? This is pretty intense here. This is good for NACS. This is good for the States, if you will. Mythic showing that they can maybe pack a harder punch than some people thought here. Safi, nice pick through that smoke grenade. Some suppressive fire there onto Lex. Nekiz did get tagged down earlier towards upper mid party area down to 44, but Safi still making his way onto the B site, leading paiN with that headshot onto Sluggy. PKL backing him up, gets a headshot onto J-Dubs. And Mythic potentially going to be forced to save here. Flom on that AWP, Jojo with an M4, but probably not worth risking going for a 2v5 here when they're up by 8. Jojo finds the floater there. Big ESEA taken out at long A.
Bomb has been planted.
Bomb has been planted, and barring some kind of tragedy or technical issue, this will be a 7th round going to the side of paiN Gaming. Flom focused in on those T side stairs. He's going to need to hold that angle. Both paiN players coming towards him, narrowly avoiding Flom's scope there, but Hardzon not able to avoid him at the end. But ultimately, Safi there is sneaking up connector, or excuse me, long. Finds both Mythic players at the end of the round, and nice little sneaky play from Safi, not allowing Mythic to save their weapons there. Mythic will be taking a timeout now. They're still up by 7. Mythic not going to be able to full buy this round. Maybe going to go for some upgraded pistols here. Looks like they will. 3 Desert Eagles, P250. Flom still with that USP. Maybe going to full save for him. Jojo grabbing a Mag 7 now. We'll see what these weapons can do up against a full buy from paiN Gaming, and Safi on the AWP once again. Mythic with 2 on the sandbag boost at B. They've got J-Dubs right on the other side there in water. Flom potentially going to get a chance to take out Big ESEA. He had a chance, but with only a scout in hand, that's not going to be enough. Big ESEA returning fire. He did tag him, though, down to half HP. PKL looking to lead paiN into the B side. This is going to be a tough one for Mythic to hold. Safi taking out J-Dubs in water. That'll be just enough distraction for PKL to move into the site, but not before Sluggy makes quick work of him from Graffiti there. Nice little 1 deep from Slug, but Hards out and Neck there for the trades, and that'll be an 8th round going the way of paiN Gaming, and they're not out of this map yet. Safi with a nice flash there. That must have landed right on JoJo and Flom. Big ESEA doesn't know they're right around the corner here. Near top of connector, he switches to his Molotov. JoJo making him pay. Safi there for the trade. Safi looking for another, but getting tagged by Flom down at 16 HP. Neck is ultimately getting revenge onto Flom there. Less than a minute on the clock. Mythic not with a whole lot of options here. Couple upgraded pistols and a USP here on the CT side. Nice play from Lex in water. Takes out Hards out, and Neck is exiting connector there. PKL able to take care of Sluggy and Water. Lex getting a 3rd kill despite being tagged on a 16 HP. Switch to that AK. Looking for another. Narrowly misses the finish there onto Safi, who's only got 16 HP. And he does complete the 4K there after Safi somehow got J-dubs after moving over into water there next to the side. That'll be a 15th round. Going the way of Mythic. Can paiN hold them off at match point here and make a run for OT? Or is Mythic going to close this one out right here, right now, and then head to map 2? Let's see what paiN's got in store for us here. Big ESEA again! Taking damage early. He's all the way down to 16 HP. That must have been an early tag from Flom. Leg shot. Sluggy holding down the B site. Will find the headshot onto PKL there near water. KL had actually just exited out of connector door there, was trying to make his way into water. paiN still maybe going to take it B here. Hards out does have the C4, leaning towards the B site. Neck is still trying to get a pick here over at long A, making contact with JoJo. But Safi and the squad still making their way onto the B side, despite JoJo taking care of Nekus over there at long A. One-man advantage for Mythic. Big ESEA still with only 16 HP. Mythic can close out the map here with a clean retake. Both members of paiN on sandbags here. Mythic still checking all of their angles. Hards out on the boots of sandbags. Finds a headshot onto JoJo. But Mythic sticks the defuse. J-Dubs getting both kills. His teammate there on the defuse. Oh me, oh my. Mythic clutch up here on map 1, ultimately taking it 16-8. And we'll be back for map 2 in just a few minutes. Don't go anywhere.
For a good time. Aight.
Vibe until the morning, sleep until the noon. You said that you want it, so I got it for you.
of me, I'll blow up. Doing talent shows and man, everyone will show up. Got in an accident and still made it for them to go nuts. You know what? I'm so what? I'm so That means I can't describe the way I vibe, the way I slide. And with the rhymes that make the dimes, I'll close their eyes and fantasize. I'm divine calling their phone number. Girl, you know I love you. And you know me, I can't sleep without blazing beats. On stages for their ones gracefully. And I got a smile that they hate to see. Young, black, successful, though life gets stressful. Though life gets stressful, go and vibe out with whoever you next to.
Live until the morning, sleep until the noon. You said that you want it, so I got it for you. Let's all get together and show them how we move. We move, we move.
3, 2,
bringing summer
1,
to
drop.
you.
Oh, ready, let's go. 'Cause you know how we roll. Let's take it down the road and back again. Ready, let's go. 'Cause you know like I know. We'll take it round and round again.
Sitting on a bench, waiting for the time to pass, dreaming of what happens next. I see what I wanna be, questioning my destiny, only knowing what I see. I don't even realize I've already made a path, and I can change it anytime, I can't take it back. I know what I want, but it seems so damn far away. I know I sound crazy to the ones who said I know I empower those who dream like me. I know I sound crazy to the ones who said I know I empower those who dream like me. And you say you wanna be somebody. Then you better use it. Tell yourself day after day it's time to prove it. No days off, keep the hustle moving. Wanna see you be what you wanted to be, prove it. I know I sound crazy to the ones who said I know I empower those who dream like me. I know I sound crazy to the ones who said dream like me. And you say you wanna be somebody. And you say you wanna be somebody. And you say you wanna be somebody. And you say you wanna be somebody.
Sarah, I hurt myself today trying to make the pain go away. Sarah, I want to fade away, be with the stars in outer space. You come and you go. You take me high, you take me low. But I don't know how to do this on my own anymore. Oh no, now it's my leave for the melancholy. Could he fill a hole inside me? Damned if I do, damned if I don't. Now it's Xannies till I numb my psyche. Cocaine just to feel my heartbeat. Nothing to lose, nothing to gain. Sarah. Sarah, why you leaving me? Don't you know you can't leave me now? Sarah, I lost myself today trying to find ways to make you stay. Sarah, I want to go away, close my eyes, never wake up again. You come and you go. You take me high, you take me low. But I don't know how to do this on my own anymore. Oh no, now it's my leave for the melancholy. Could he fill a hole inside me? Damned if I do, damned if I don't. Now it's Xannies till I numb my psyche. Cocaine just to feel my heartbeat. Nothing to lose, nothing to gain. Sarah. Sarah, why you leaving me? Put me on my misery.
I was born like a fire in the eye of a hurricane. Always told, stay in line, be alright, better play it safe. I walk a different path, nothing can hold me back. I've passed the point of no return, something is calling me. It's in the air that I breathe. Bring me back to life again. Dancing with my fear, burning with desire. We gon' take it to the edge and come alive. Go to hell and back just to feel the fire. We gon' turn up in this place and come alive.
Come alive. We come alive in the nighttime. Fly so high they can't touch us. So top notch, none above us. We done came so far, now we up now. Had a vision, stuck to it, never back down. Never had much, now we own the whole thing. Spread it all around the world, watch it all change. Came alive, now they all see the greatness. Light shine so high they can't take it.
Dancing with my fear, burning with desire. We gon' take it to the edge and come alive. Go to hell and back just to feel the fire. We gon' turn up in this place and come alive.
Come alive.
I walk a different path, nothing can hold me back. past the point of no return. Something is calling me. It's in the air that I breathe. Bring me back to.
Welcome back, everybody. We are officially underway here for map 2 on Ancient. Mythic taking map 1. Jojo defending things there initially with those dual Berettas. PKL down. Big ESEA there on the trade. paiN making their way into the A side here. Hards out, lines up 2 with the Glock. J-Dub's trying to get a pick there long range as he rotates over through CT spawn, but 1v3 situation, just too many enemies to deal with there, and paiN will secure the initial pistol round here on Ancient. Mythic with a few players forcing here. Jojo on the Mag 7, Lex on the CZ, couple Deagles, Flom on a P250. Again, paiN making their way towards the B site here. Neck is at Cave with that Molotov Sluggy down. Neck is further making his way through Cubby towards the B side here, backed up by Big ESEA. J-Dubs and Flom going to be waiting for him in sight there. Big ESEA able to get another pick here for the paiN side. Safi backing him up in the site with the Galil as well. Headshot there onto J-Dubs. Lex somehow surviving that initial skirmish with a single HP at mid. He's fallen back to Donut now with Jojo. Holding opposite sides of Donut here. Let's see if they can get a late kill. paiN still hasn't planted the bomb. Okay, now it's finally been planted here at the B site. Safi, he smells something funny going on in here, making his way into Donut, trying to check all his angles, crouches, gets the kill onto Lex, and a second glow kill there onto Josiah. That'll be paiN increasing their lead to 2 rounds here on map 2. paiN again spreading out a bit here at mid and Cubby. PKL and Big ESEA drawing first blood. Jojo on the trade. Big ESEA finding a second with that AK after Mythic got aggressive, pushing out of A main and mid there. PKL finding another pick there with the glow. That's Flom down, leaving only Lex remaining here with a P250 and a dream. About 50 seconds on the clock. Maybe can get some kind of late theatrics here and save himself a rifle potentially. Safi ultimately on the hunt there will find Lex at the end of the round, and that'll be paiN increasing their lead to 3 rounds here on map 2. Let's see what Mythic has in store for the rifle round. Jojo and Flom opting for the double AWPs. Lexi and Slug each on an AUG. J-Dub's rounding out the team with an M4 in hand. paiN making their way up ruins already towards the B site, not committing quite yet though. Some utility being used early here from both teams. Nekiz and the boys holding off for just a moment there instead of heading up B ramp. Flom, nice initial hold there. Neck is down. Flom peeking B into Cubby. Looks for a second. Can't quite connect yet. Got Sluggy and JoJo here to back him up, but Sluggy's down. PKL advancing through Cubby towards the B site. Hardzow and company making their way up B ramp. paiN looking to choke out things on the B site. Big ESEA leading the way. Lands the headshot onto J-Dubs, looking for another. Flom being forced to fall and wrap around towards the other smoke here. Both lanes at the back of B smoked out. This is going to be rough for Mythic trying to retake with 2 ops here. 2 ops and an AUG. Big ESEA landing the initial headshot onto JoJo, stopping Mythic's retake thus far. Lex on the trade just a couple seconds later, but Safi ultimately able to get the trade onto him from B ramp. It's only Flom remaining with that AWP and 19 HP. Gets the initial pick onto site, tries to rotate over and get another through second lane, but not able to. PKL going to come out on top of that one, and paiN increases their lead here 4-0 on Ancient. paiN looking to get some revenge after dropping map 1 16-8. That was on Overpass. Mythic once again on a bit of a half buy here. Upgraded pistols, 2 Deagles, P250, CZ, and MP9 in the hands of Sluggy. Hardzow finding Flom, pushing A main once again. It's going to make him pay. PKL finding JoJo fairly, or pretty far pushed up there at mid as well. J-Dubs and Sluggy. Trying to get the crossfire here in Cubby. They do get one, but Neck is right there to trade them both. Once again, Lex, the last remaining player. Desert Eagle in hand. Less than a minute on the clock. And once again, probably the best opportunity he's going to get here for a positive outcome would be to get a rifle and save it, but that's certainly not a guarantee. Bomb will be planted at the B side, and Safi able to finish off Lex after that late peek from default. Lex won't be able to save anything, and that'll be paiN Gaming increasing their lead here, up 5-0 on Ancient. Mythic gonna run that double AWP setup once again, and then round out the roster with 3 AUGs. So no M4 is being used on this full buy round from Mythic. Safi, nice early pick. Flom down. Safi getting some revenge into Donut there. Almost looked like it was partially through the smoke. Safi advancing into the A site. Finds the headshot onto Lex. Neck is making his way through Cubby towards B. Meanwhile, it's going to be Sluggy taken out. And Mythic once again find themselves in a 1v a lot situation. J-Dub's in a 1v5 here. Minute left on the clock. Safi rotating around from CT spawn will make quick work of J-Dubs with that Desert Eagle. And paiN now up by 6 round. Mythic will indeed be taking a timeout. Live play has resumed. Mythic getting aggressive here at mid. Flom pushing all the way up through that smoke grenade. He's got JoJo backing him up, not too far behind him. Flom already making his way towards B Cubby here. Takes out Big ESEA with the CZ. PKL there for the trade. Gets a bit of a flank angle. PKL finding a headshot onto JoJo as well. And that will be paiN Gaming keeping the momentum going here on the terrorist side. Seemingly unstoppable at this point. Maybe they're a bit upset about how map 1 went. Now they're really trying to stick it to Mythic here. Sappy again, early pick with the AWP, Flom down. And that's going to be JoJo getting picked as well by Sappy's AWP. J-Dub's able to find a kill here at B through that smoke grenade at B ramp, but it's still the one-man advantage here for paiN. Mythic really needs to get around on the board here soon. They've still got a decent chance at getting this round. About a minute 15 on the clock. Mythic essentially positioned towards the A side here, though, and giving up that much of B is going to prove fatal. paiN already making their way onto the B side with the C4, taking advantage of this positioning. And Sluggy now going to be cut off by a smoke grenade, but no issue for him. Headshot through the smoke grenade. Sappy down on the rotation from CT spawn to B. 3-on-3 situation. Hardzow will dissipate that Molotov. Mythic gonna have to deal with another smoke here. They run through it. Hardzow gets one, looking for a second. Does find it. Lex down. Big ESEA backing him up there from the other angle of sight. That'll be paiN grabbing an 8th round in a row for themselves, really with no sign of slowing down here. Mythic ultimately gonna be on a half buy again. 2 Deagles, Mag 7, CZ, MP9 in the hands of J-Dub's PKL. About to make contact with JoJo here at mid. May have barely seen him regardless. Gets him through the smoke grenade right after. Lex trying to make something happen with the Mag 7 here. Tried to at least get one, but PKL right there to finish him off. Safi finding Flom at the end of the round. And paiN Gaming just keeping it flowing here. Mythic with one of their, what's gonna be one of their last full buy opportunities of the half here if things keep going this way. Mythic really needs this round. They're running the double AWP setup once again. JoJo and Flom on those AWPs. Mythic maybe gonna have to play things a bit differently here, but still play it somewhat conservatively. Obviously, some of those aggressive pushes were because they had so many ecos, but now they're really going to have to lock things down. Sluggy about to make contact at B. Nice headshot from Sluggy with the AUG. Neck is down. They're going to have to be careful. They really shouldn't peek mid at all this round. They really should not. They can't risk it. It looks like they're not going to, which is smart of them. paiN going to be forced to let some more time off the clock here. About 45 seconds on the clock. One-man advantage still for Mythic. Mythic really needs this round. They really got to just focus in here. They got to hold A defensively. This is going to be a full A commit from paiN with about 30 seconds remaining. Mythic making the most of their positioning so far. They've got A main smoked off. JoJo does get PK on their donut, but Big ESEA on the trade finds 2. Flom ultimately getting the trade onto him, but J-Dubs on the rotation. Gonna have to get at least one, and he does. Safi on the trade, though. Sluggy, it's all up to him in the 1v1 versus Safi. Does tag Safi down even further to 4 HP, but not able to overcome the All-Star there. Safi once again coming up clutch for paiN Gaming. That'll be a 10th round consecutively here for paiN. Mythic not calling another timeout yet. They're going to be another half by situation here. Sluggy finally making contact there. That's going to be first blood drawn by Big ESEA. Does convert the pick onto Sluggy. Less than a minute on the clock. Big ESEA did get tagged down to 14 HP, but this is still going to be rough for Mythic to pick anyone other than Big here. They're going up against a full buy, and paiN making their way towards the B-side once again. It's going to be Nekiz taking out 2, which is going to leave Mythic with only 2. Lex and JoJo maybe going to save. I'm sure they'd at least like to save one of these rifles. Lex with an opportunity, not able to connect there. Was looking for the deke headshot on to Nekiz, not going to find it. JoJo falling back towards the A side here with the Mag 7, looking for a close angle if he can get one. He might have that opportunity here in just a moment. Hard's out, about to come around the corner. JoJo lands the headshot. Nekiz around the corner as well. JoJo looking for the jumping kill. Gets it right after the jump. Resets there and does get a second Mag 7 kill, but ultimately it's still going to be paiN Gaming all the way here on T side. Now increasing their lead to 11 rounds. Mythic not able to grab a round for themselves yet. JoJo and Flom on those double AWPs once again. paiN once again letting some time get shaved off the clock here. Safi still holding B ramp dangerously with this AWP. Flom with an op and B as well. Gonna make this peek into Cubby. Nekiz moving up ever closer there, and Cubby's got Big ESEA right behind him. Some utility coming out, being used towards the B site now on behalf of paiN. And it looks like paiN will be committing to the B site here. Nekiz making his move past default. A nice smoke there from paiN allows Nekiz to take out Sluggy. Initially Flom there. Gets the trade with the AWP, but PKL finding another pick for paiN. This time it's JoJo down on the rotation. 3-on-3 situation, only 25 seconds on the clock. Lex rotating from CT spawn will take out PKL. Bomb has been planted at the B site. Big ESEA and Hardzao looking to hold. Hardzao gets one. That's Flom down. Does get tagged down to 13 HP. Picks up the AWP. J-Dubs and company moving into the site. J-Dubs down. It's all up to Lex now. 1v2 situation. 46 HP. He hears where one member is. He's going for the full commit on the defuse. It was at less than a second. Gets taken out at 0.8. Hardzao not going to let him go through on that one. Nice try, Lex. Lex, we love you, brother. It might have just been a little bit too bold right there. A little bit too bold. if it was an NT. Would have been wild to see that defuse go through, but ultimately paiN Gaming once again bringing it around to themselves here on the T side, now up by 12. Nice Molotov early from Nekis there. Sluggy down. PKL and Safi making quick work of Mythic at mid there. Bomb will be planted at the B side. Lex gonna get hunted there at the end, and paiN showing no signs of slowing down. This could prove dire for Mythic, who were at least hoping to get 1 or 2 rounds at the end of the half here, but even that is gonna prove difficult. Both teams running double AWPs here, and it's going to be hard out as AWP drawing first blood. Lex down there after pushing through a main. One-man advantage for paiN here, about 1:18 on the clock. Dubs holding down things defensively, and default of B gets 2 second through the smoke there. That was Big Uzera getting caught through the smoke. 3-on-3 situation for Mythic. And you can't help but cheer for Mythic in this situation. This is the best chance they've had in quite a few rounds, looking for the 3v3 retake here. Slugging not able to get hearts out near default, but JoJo does, brings it to a 2-on-2. Flom fakes the bomb, has the location of Safi. He thinks PKL is in cubbies. PKL not peeking yet, but Flom able to make quick work. No! Neither Flom nor JoJo have a kid. I'm not trying to be biased here, but it almost seemed like Mythic deserved that round, but they won't get it. Not enough money to afford kits there, and that'll be a 14th round going to paiN Gaming. Heartbreaker there for Mythic. Nice early pick from Flom. Mythic keeping their focus here. Still running a double AWP side. And last round, JoJo showing off his op skills as well. Pushes A main, gets the pick on to Nekis there. Mid 2-man advantage for Mythic. This is their chance to finally get on the board here. J-Dubs able to get 3 there as paiN pushes into B. Mythic can at least exhale knowing this won't be a 16-0. And maybe Mythic can get a hair of momentum going here at the beginning of the half and make this score a bit more acceptable for them. But either way, a third map likely in the cards here. We'll be back for the second half in just a couple minutes. Don't go anywhere. We are officially underway for the second half. Mythic looking to get at least a few more rounds for themselves here, but that's certainly not a guarantee. paiN, of course, looking strong the entire map so far. Mythic, led by J-Dubs, making their way through, coming onto the B side. PKL down, Flom landing a headshot as well. Things looking good so far for Mythic. Lex going for the plant. Two-man advantage here still for Mythic. paiN on the rotation with all three heading from CT spawn towards back of B alley. Neck is leading up through alley here. Hard's out, actually watching the flank. Can't imagine paiN is saving, or maybe, I guess maybe they are saving their armor here. So Mythic with potentially another slight sigh of relief here as they'll grab a second round for themselves. paiN on the force buy here. It's paying off so far. Safi with the early scout pick. J-Dubs on the trade. J-Dubs, another nice pick with the glow. Looking for a third. Not going to be able to find it. Hard's out there for some redemption with the MP9. Hard's out still with only 6 HP after that initial skirmish. One-man advantage here for Mythic. Flom gonna finish off Big U's there, and it's only Hard's out remaining with that scout and 6 HP, and this will indeed be a third round going the way of Mythic. Do I smell overtime? I'm going to finish off Hard's out there so he can't save that scout. And paiN in another eco round here. paiN buying a couple of P250s, but other than that, keeping it on 3 USBs for the full save. Sluggy opening up big, lands 2 headshots with the Mac 10 there at middle. Flom and J-Dubs doing their part as well with the AK-47s, and that's going to leave only Hard's out remaining here for the CT side. Hard's out holding very still here. Holding double boxes at default. Has a chance to dink Lex there, but narrowly misses. Lex gonna make him pay, returning fire with a headshot of his own, and that'll be a 4th round for Mythic. And the potential comeback continues. But now they're going up against a big boy buy from paiN here. paiN on a full buy, running 2 AWPs as well. Safi and Hards out on the ops. This is going to be a tough round for Mythic. Let's see what they can do. Mythic taking control of mid so far without too much issue. $50 seconds on the clock. Mythic gonna have to make a commit here soon. Mythic trying to make their way onto the B side, but that's just a distraction. Bomb moving A. Lex leading the boys out into the A side. Hards out though on the pick from CT spawn. Neck is backing him up as well. That's gonna leave only J-Dubs remaining with the AK in hand. Does pick one in CT spawn, but Hards out there for the trade, and paiN Gaming now sitting at match point. Mythic again, letting a bit of time off the clock here. They're still going up against a double AWP setup here. Safi holding down things at the B side, gets two. J-Dubs will pick Big Uzera and Cubby there. Still a one-man advantage for paiN Gaming. Flom evening things out to a 3-on-3 situation. 45 seconds on the clock. Mythic with the chance to take the B side. J-Dub's likely gonna have to take care of PKL, and he does. That's gonna free up Flom to get the C4 planted here. One-man advantage for Mythic. Lex taking care of Nekiz as well. That's gonna leave only Hards out remaining here for paiN. Likely gonna save that AWP. Jumping around, gonna be avoid being seen by Hards out. Scope there, Hards out with an opportunity to get a pick there near mid, misses it.
Terrorists win.
C4 will officially detonate. Hards out. Here's those footsteps at the last second, but he will survive the hunt. paiN Gaming still sitting at match point, but they're not going to be able to full buy here. Hards out. Putting that AWP to use again. Even things out to a 4-on-4 here First blood drawn just a few seconds before that. Mythic making their way onto the B site. This has been their sweet spot so far. Should be able to get the plant down here. You're gonna have to be careful on the retake. PKL does have an AK in hand now. paiN might choose to save this, but they might not. Big ESEA and PKL making their way towards site here. Sluggy making quick work of PKL, and Cubby finds a second as well. Headshot there on the Big ESEA. And now Nekis and Hardzao likely saving here. Hardzao going to want to retain that AWP. Mythic officially holding on there. C4 will detonate and they'll grab themselves a 6th round. paiN still looking to finish them off, but Sappy taking a lot of early damage. Suppressive fire through that smoke grenade. Neki is getting aggressive at mid during that. Will find one. Sluggy there for the trade. Hardzao, big pick there onto Sluggy as he tried to make his way into Donut. Picked by Hardzao. Jojo still made his way into B during all that, but ultimately Hardzao gonna finish him off there, and we will indeed be headed to a third map here in just a few minutes. Don't go anywhere.
No pulse and all alone. Time's not kind and it won't let go. No thoughts left in my head. My mind's on mine and it won't forget. But you bring me back from my darkness black. Cause the soul in me and the heart I have for you. It bleeds for you, it beats again. Oh, you bring
she bring me back? Not a heart attack could take away all the love I had for you. It bleeds for you, it beats again. Oh, you bring me to life. Oh, you bring me to life. Oh, you bring me to life.
Yeah. Let's talk. Look, ayo, we rose from the dust to the sun. They claiming that we the one, never one-on-one. Teamwork till we done. Sent on a mission, we got ambition. Never scared, we won't run. Never one and done. Some sit back and some like the hunt. I pick my teammates up when they fall. And if I ball, we all ball. Crashing balls, crossovers and all. Just call us the balls. Don't fear nothing, call us galore. Serving them all. We outside, we barely indoors because we gave it everything when we had nothing. Gave it everything when we had nothing. Holding on by a thread, couldn't grab nothing. Seems we moved on to a better place. Shine, shine away from the shade. But now that we're here, ain't no going back. This is the moment to go. This is the moment to shine. This is the moment to show. Show me the rocks you can climb. This is the moment to feel the path like you legally blind. I can promise this is ours cause we built for this, kill for this. Pushing buttons, do it quick, push it off and do assist. Oh, y'all think we new to this? Pound for pound, break it down. Watch what we gon' do with this. Teamwork got us fluid with. Make y'all look like sewages. Gave it everything when we had nothing. Gave it everything when we had nothing. Holding on by a thread, couldn't grab nothing. Seems we moved on to a better place. Shine, shine away from the shade. But now that we're here, ain't no going back.
Stop saying you're a boss when you not one. You ain't sacrificed, nah, you ain't lost none. All over the gram like you got a bag. You ain't big dog, we ain't hearing none of that. I'm in the gym looking like a running back. And you know the flow, got him coming back. Who I was in the past, I'm unattached. Only focus in this moment is bringing the summer back. Oh, respect my grind, elevate souls and I spread good vibes. Young divine, you know I gotta shine. Raise your hands for a good time. Aight.
Live until the morning, sleep until the noon. You said that you want it, so I got it for you. Let's all get together and show them how we move, we move, we move.
3, 2,
Bringing
1,
summer to
drop.
you.
Oh, ready, let's go. 'Cause you know
Welcome back. Map 3, the decider between paiN Gaming and Mythic. Mythic actually started out fairly strong. Map 1, 16-8. But ultimately, paiN fired back there on map 2, taking Ancient 16-6. And only time will tell who's going to come out on top here on Dust 2. Lex buying a Tech 9 here on the T side. Let's see if he can use it to its full potential. Mythic grouping up here at middle. PKL drawing first blood. Takes out a second. J-Dubs there. Able to find a pick on Safi. Sluggy getting the trade onto PKL. J-Dubs making visuals onto Hardzao there on platform. It's actually being Sluggy taking care of him. Sluggy with a second P2000 kill as well there. Quite a round from Sluggy and the boys. Mythic showing they're not quite out of this series yet, no matter what you may have thought after last map. paiN Gaming on the force buy here. 3 Deagles, 2 Scouts on the CT side. Lex draws first blood with that Galil. J-Dub's backing him up there at Cat. Lex did get traded there at long. Jojo and Sluggy looking to make something happen, and they do, each with a pick at long A. That's only Hardzao remaining on Catwalk with the Galil, and J-Dub's going to take care of him as well. Mythic out to a 2-0 lead here on Dust 2. paiN essentially on a full save here. A couple of upgraded pistols. Hardzao and PKL moving up with those USPs on Catwalk. Jojo down. So that'll be at least a Mac 10 here for paiN to work with. Hardzao making the most of it. Takes out Lex at long with that Mac. Flom getting a bit of redemption there. Takes out Safi through the smoke grenade with that Scout. Nice pick onto default there from Sluggy. AK headshot on the hard out, but Big Uzera on the trade brings us to a 2-on-2 situation. Flom with only 11 HP. It's going to be J-Dubs coming up big. 2 headshots there from platform. Flom getting the final kill onto Big Uzera, and Mythic out to a 3-0 lead on the decider. It's been quite an emotional roller coaster here today for Mythic. For both teams, really, but for Mythic more specifically. But let's see if Mythic can build off this momentum. paiN now going to be on a full buy round. Mythic looking to rush B, led by J-Dubs. Initial pick will be made there by J-Dubs. Headshot onto Hearts out. PKL able to get the trade there from B doors. Sluggy about to make his way out, DD, but Safi says, no, sir, not today. paiN looking to retake the B side. One-man advantage here for the CT side. paiN making their way through B tunnel as well. That's Nekiz taking out Lex in tunnel. Flom doing his part at window. Finds a second. Flom's on CT side of window, making his way through double doors. Gets a third. Flom switching to a sidearm. Actually trading out for the M4 now. Getting tagged through the door, down to 1 HP. Nekiz, he's actually committing to the defusal, and he is going to get the defuse, unfortunately. Flom tagging him just a second later, but just going to be too little too late there for Flom, unfortunately. But nice retake there from paiN. Hearts out getting tagged early from Flom, who wants some immediate revenge, and he'll find it. Scout headshot going down there. Excuse me, an op headshot. Was able to afford an AWP. Lex doing his part here at long. He's up a pick for himself. Only Hards out remaining now. Just a USP and an SMG. Out trying to get sneaky here at CT spawn with that MP9, but Sluggy will not be gimmicked at the end of the round there. And Mythic once again increase their lead to 3 rounds. paiN finding themselves in another eco here. Flom looking for the DD pick. Goes for the spam, not quite gonna find it. Flom will convert on the pick at Catwalk, though. That was Safi getting a bit aggressive there, with nothing more than his sidearm out. Nekiz and Big Uzera gonna get taken out at Cat there. Some nice map control there from Mythic. Despite this being an eco. Jojo gonna take care of PKL on CT ramp there, and this should be a 5th round going the way of Mythic. Hearts out looking for a sneaky pick at doors here if he can get one. Sluggy will finish off Hards out at DD there. And Mythic out to a strong start, up 5-1. Map 3 certainly looking a lot more doable than some of our spectators may have thought after paiN went off to such a strong start there on map 2. They were actually up 14-0 on map 2 at one point. Either 13-0 or 14-0. Mythic rushing out mid, led by JoJo. Big ESEA there on defense to take care of JoJo, but Lex on the split, making the pick at B there. Ultimately getting traded by PKL, but J-Dubs and company moving up towards B window now. And it's only Nekiz remaining for paiN. He'll likely be headed towards long to save. Maybe not. Making his way towards middle now. It's over by green box. Which green box actually isn't green anymore, but still gotta respect the heritage of the spot. Nekiz. Looks like he will survive this. After Mythic doesn't go hunting too hard for him there. And once again, paiN gonna find themselves in a rough economic scenario. Nekiz was able to save that silenced M4, but there's gonna be no other rifles or SMGs here on the CT side this round. Is nice initial hold there on the Lex. JoJo there for the trade on A platform, and ultimately Mythic able to take control of the A site. Despite this only being a half buy for paiN, Mythic looking strong here on Dust 2. paiN still looking for some exit kills, but Mythic not putting themselves in any vulnerable positions yet.
Terrorists win.
Round will be another test for Mythic. paiN able to squeeze out a full buy for themselves. They're going to be running a double op setup as well. PKL and Safi on the ops this time. Safi was a given, but it's not always a given that PKL will be the second opper. Last map, we saw Hardzow a lot on that second op, but this time, Safi at Catwalk showing off his op skills has to drop off the ledge after that pick on the J-Dubs. Mythic not looking to test Safi's AWP there at the A site. Looks like they're going to be rotating off of Catwalk. Safi, big play there at long. Sluggy down. Jojo with a nice headshot at long as well. Safi ultimately able to get revenge there a few seconds later. Trading out Jojo. Safi looking up towards sight. Lands the double scope headshot onto Lex. And that'll be paiN grabbing a second round for themselves. This map truly could still go either way. But these gun rounds are going to be rough for Mythic here. paiN still running this double AWP setup. Jojo, though, leading things out at long A for Mythic, able to find two. He's got Sluggy and the boys backing him up here. J-Dubs. The pick over there at B tunnel. That's gonna leave only the oppers left for paiN Gaming. Mythic will be able to plant safely here at the A side, planting the bomb for long. KL and Safi each with a late post-plant op kill there from inside the B side. I don't think Mythic will be testing them any further here. Maybe Lex will. He's thinking about it. Sluggy running into B at the last second will find one paiN member. To throw a little bit more salt on the wound there. So an 8th round going the way of Mythic, and paiN not able to save either of those AWPs. And that's a vital point there. I think this could really work out for Mythic, but Safi still able to afford an AWP despite his team not saving one last round. Actually, Safi might have been able to save one at the end of the round, excuse me. He just dropped it for a second at the beginning of the round, so I didn't notice he still had it. Big ESEA pushing up from Cat there, finds two, gets a third. That's going to leave only Lex remaining for Mythic. He's going to fall back to T-spawn here. Safi ultimately going to take care of Lex there in T-spawn, and paiN Gaming will get a 3rd round here on map 3. Let's see if they go on a bit of a streak here, or if Mythic can fire back. Mythic does have some cash to fall back on here. Mythic will squeeze out a full rifle buy. Being aggressive at long A. Teams trying to work mid-doors here, but no substantial damage going out yet. Jojo taking a bit of damage there, actually. Flom as well, taking some from that Molotov. J-Dubs still here at long. Sluggy on dumpster boost. Nekis and Safi about to peek. Sluggy able to take care of Safi. He knows there's another close. There's actually two. Neck is able to take out J-Dubs on the corner of long entry. Big Uzera backing him up there. That's going to be Sluggy down. Big Uzera with that AWP proving dangerous still at long. Bomb will be planted though. Flom and Lex with an opportunity to hold the bomb here at A. Defend the bomb, I should say. Flom still holding that long angle, but takes a step at just the wrong moment. Takes a step forward. If he had stayed stationary, he likely could have made that shot. Unfortunate for Flom there, but ultimately Big Uzera finishing off the round. paiN will get the defuse. paiN now slicing that lead of Mythics down to 4 rounds. It looks like a timeout will be taken by Mythic. Surely discussing how they can slow down paiN's newfound momentum here. paiN looking very solid here the past few rounds. Even looks pretty dangerous in that round they lost 2 rounds ago. 3 rounds ago, I should say. PKL and Safi on those AWPs once again, but it's going to be Hardzao at boost of B entry. Picks up 2. His teammate Neck is helping out in B tunnel as well, and that brings it down to just Sluggy remaining here. Sluggy. It's the headshot on Big Uzera at B tunnel. Sluggy still hanging out at barrels here, looking for another, not quite gonna find it. Safi there to finish him off. And paiN now only trailing by 3. Mythic rushing into B, rushing through that CT Molotov. Jojo and Sluggy each with an initial pick there, using their Tech 9s and Deagles to their full capacity. Mythic took a lot of damage there on that initial Molotov and skirmish. 3 players in that 20 HP range on Mythic. Flom teams up with Lex in tunnel there. Nice little pick onto Nekis with the sidearm. Jojo. Nice post-plant pick onto Big Uzera, and Lex will finish things off the middle there with the P250 onto Safi. And Mythic once again up by 4 as we go into the final round of the first half. Mythic continuing to shave some time off the clock here. Sluggy leading Mythic up cat onto a platform. Mythic looking to commit to A, but they're just barely out into platform. They're really not making the move. Now they are. Smokes down at elevator as well. Big ESEA. Nice peek there from CT spawn. Able to take out Flom above ledge. Bomb will be planted, but it's a two-man advantage for paiN Gaming. Sluggy probably gonna have to take care of Big ESEA here. ESEA gonna get flashed out. PKL making his way up cat as well. Finds a second. J-Dubs there on platform, able to get one, but too many enemies to deal with after that. And paiN Gaming will close out the half with a 6th round for themselves. We will be back for the second half in just a couple of minutes. Don't go anywhere.
Show me an opening in the clouds, and I'll take it. Yeah, reminding myself to just let go. Don't wonder how far I can fall. Don't look down, never fade out. And I just wanna be someone and never fall behind again. Just keep on moving on. Never look down, never fade out. Never fade out. Oh, 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 shooting through the clouds, I know it's alright, it's alright. Heavens are the limit now. Let's fly just one more night, one more night. Don't look down, never fade out. And I just wanna be someone and never fall behind again. Just keep on moving on. Never look down, never fade out. Never fade out. Oh, oh,
We're stuck in your car on a Friday night. And we laugh away stuff we try not to talk about.
Welcome back, everybody. Officially live here for half 2. Mythic up by 3. Mythic getting a bit aggressive at Cat there. They've got 3 on Cat. paiN actually pushing up Cat now, led by Safi. Headshot landed on J-Dub. Sluggy there for the trade. Big ESEA backing him up. Hearts out, and Neck is a couple of Glock headshots as well, and that's going to be only Lex remaining here for Mythic, trying to get the tap into B tunnel. Does tag Neck is down to 23 HP, but with 4 enemies to deal with, there's only so many options that Lex has here. Neck is ultimately taking care of Lex, and paiN slicing that lead down to 2 rounds. paiN still spreading out here, not fully committing to either side. Yeah, now looking to rotate towards B, just as I say that. 55 seconds left. paiN looking to commit to the B side. Lex and Flom holding B. Lex on the initial peek, not able to get one with that SMG. Sappy and Big ESEA coming up big on the entry kills there. Mythic did have a few players forced by Deagles there. Essentially all of Mythic forced bot there. JoJo has a little bit of cash left over, but not a whole lot. Will officially detonate, and paiN is back to within a single round here on the deciding map. It's been a roller coaster of a night between these two teams, but they're looking much more evenly, much more balanced here matchup wise on Dust 2. Hearts out, looking for the early pick there by way of B tunnel towards Cat. Not quite gonna find it yet. J-Dubs and Sluggy. Nice defensive plays there from Cat Ledge with those Deagles. 1-man advantage here for Mythic. They're still going to have to be careful. PKL does have an AK Safi on that scout still as well. Hearts out, making his way out of B doors. Takes care of Flom with that MAC-10. And that could be the round changer right there. Hearts out again, making its way out middle with the Mac 10 there and finding a kill, and it's the only Sluggy left. After Safi makes quick work of J-Dubs, Safi's still able to finish off the round there, and that'll be things all tied up for paiN now, 9 apiece. Weapon trading going on here. I think Hard's Out took the long peek with the op, but ultimately gives it back to Safi. Sluggy about to make contact. Does get the initial stop there onto PKL, but Big Uzera and Neck is firing back with those AKs, bringing the one-man advantage to paiN here. Shado's about to peek long. He's got a good opportunity. Does land the headshot onto Neck. Is Big Uzera there for the trade? Still a one-man advantage for paiN. Hard's Out. Already taking the B site. There are no CTs in B. Safi ultimately going to plant default. Big Uzera waiting there on cap for the rotation. Will get the headshot onto Flom. Lex in B tunnel, looking to get at least one, but he can't. Safi right there with the quick reaction with the AWP. And paiN will take their first lead of the map, up 10-9 here on the decider. Flashes here as paiN makes their way into B. They get a second pick, make that a third. PKL watching the flank over at long, and this round is all paiN gaming. Hard's Out, whips out his sidearm, finishes off Jojo there, and CT spawn, and paiN now leading by 2 rounds. paiN spreading out a bit here, but sending 3 towards B side, led by Hard's Out. Looks like they might be committing to B, not quite yet. Flom getting a bit aggressive here defensively at middle, making his way out DD towards Xbox, taking care of Neck is at Catwalk. One-man advantage here for Mythic. 55 seconds on the clock. paiN still trying to make their way onto the side, led by Hard's Out. Hard's Out making his way into side, looking to clear Card, but Flom there at Card, return fire. Hard's Out down. Big Uzera getting the trade onto Flom, finding a second kill in the back of sight onto Lex. It's only PKL and Big Uzera remaining here. One-man advantage for Mythic. Two-man advantage for Mythic. PKL finding himself in a 1v3. Only 28 seconds on the clock. Does land some damage there at doors, but Jojo with the no-scope spam through the smoke and the door, I believe. Jesus. Josiah bringing a 10th round to the side of Mythic. Looks like paiN will still be able to squeeze out a buy for themselves at a substantial amount of cash to fall back on there. Safi on the AWP once again. paiN making their way out long A early. There's a lot of utility going off. Multiple flashes and smoke grenades, but ultimately Sluggy drawing first blood there. PKL down, and the remaining players of paiN are going to go ahead and fall back. Look to be rotating through T-spawn towards the B site now. Is nice play there on the boost. Does find Flamic Car. Lex on the trade, but Hardzow able to trade back. Lex down at window. Mythic going to be trying to retake here. 3-on-3 scenario. Bomb has been planted. Jojo. Nice headshot onto Safi there. Sluggy moving into sight, and Jojo finds a second after Sluggy took care of Big Uzera. And Mythic going to be able to tie it up at 11 apiece here. Things are getting ever spicier the later we get into this. paiN again, shaving some time off the clock. Big Uzera and Neck is right there at DD. Not peeking yet, though. Mythic running a double AWP setup here. Flom and Jojo on the ops. paiN making a lot of commotion at mid and B now. Looking to split B from mid as well. Big Uzera able to come out mid and take care of Jojo at B window there. Lex still in the back of sight. Will get one, but Neck is there for the trade. One-man advantage for paiN. Bomb will be planted. Mythic will indeed be saving those rifles here. Flom able to save that AWP as well, or should be able to. Mythic all the way over at long. Jojo again draws initial blood there at B, but Safi and Hardzow firing back, forcing their way into a site. Safi finding a second pick there in B tunnel, and that might be all she wrote this round. for Mythic. J-Dub's going to try to save that AUG. Trying for an exit kill as well. Not going to find it. Hard's out getting the headshot there at DD. And paiN Gaming now up 13-11. Looks like timeout will be taken by Mythic. Big use there. A couple nice taps there from B Tunnel. Safi doing his part from upper mid with the AWP. That's JoJo down through DD. Flom with only a P250. Lex with a Deagle trying to make anything happen here. Lex gonna fall to Hards out. Flom making the last second peek at mid, but Safi again finding another op pick for himself. That'll be a 14th round going the way of paiN Gaming. Mythic gonna have to do something drastic here. They pretty much need this round. They don't want to put themselves in the situation of having that pressure to push for OT. Hards out in PKL. Off to a brisk start there. It's going to lead to a B plant. PKL still lurking over near long, and that's going to prove disastrous for JoJo. J-Dub still over here in CT spawn with the AUG, trying to hold off match point, but right now the most he's going to be able to do is try to save this AUG, which paiN is not going to let him do. PKL able to finish him off with that AK headshot there, and paiN now sitting at match point. Aggressive towards A, but Sluggy able to hold off Nekiz at Cat. Hards out with the pick at B. We'll see if paiN rotates B. It looks like they're falling off Cat onto Xbox now. 4-on-4 situation, less than a minute on the clock. Big ESEA Leading paiN into A. Hearts out, backing him up. One-man advantage here for paiN. Bomb will be planted by Safi. J-Dubs, can he do it? 2 HP, it's only Safi remaining now. Nice 2K from J-Dubs, but Safi brings it to a 1v1, and Safi gonna finish off both J-Dubs and Flom with the AWP. And as mentioned, that was a roller coaster of a series, no matter how you look at it. Ultimately, paiN gonna come out on top of that one, 2-1, after Mythic started out on a tear on on Overpass. They won that 16-8. paiN fired back on Ancient. Got a bit scary there on Ancient for Mythic. Wasn't until the 14th or 15th round before they got themselves around on the board. And then on Dust 2, things were a lot more balanced for both teams, but ultimately paiN able to overcome any adversity Mythic was throwing their way. So Mythic will drop their first Premier match of the season, but they got another match tonight in the DreamHack Open. They're in the semi-final. Winner of that will advance to the closed qualifier. That's going to be Mythic versus One Tap. So we might actually send you over to Flom here in a second. There might be a chance I do that series as well. We'll see. Either way, this was a fun series of its own here. We're going to go offline for now. Keep an eye on both this channel and Flom's, and we'll see how this is going to play out here in a moment with the DreamHack. Thanks for the support, guys, at Hamtaro1H on Twitter.